Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the New York Jets franchise here on Madden 18. As you can see, the Jets have 5-3. They are a half a game above the New England Patriots right now as they face the Dolphins at home. For the first time playing the Dolphins this year, they've got the 80s throwbacks on both of these teams, so this should be an interesting game. As Ryan Tannehill here on a 3rd and 6 going to find Devontae Parker. That is a touchdown. Dolphins strike first. They're up 7-0. Later on, Tannehill from the 7 going to find Jarvis Landry for a touchdown. And that's going to put them up 14-0. Now Darnold looking, and he's going to find his target right there. That'll set up a first down. It's 1st and 10 later on from the 11, and look at this craziness as the Jets did get a field goal on that previous drive, but this craziness bouncing off of a player's helmet and intercepted for a pick 6. Dolphins going to take a 21-3 lead. Later on it's 27-6. And the Jets just trying to salvage some respect. There's Myles Gaskin for a touchdown run. Later on, 34-13. Can the Jets get some more respect touchdowns? There it is. Garrett Windsor, the rookie, going to pick up a TD. And that is how it would end, ladies and gentlemen. 34-20. The Jets beat pretty badly by a 1-6 Dolphins team at home. That is a bad loss. Sam Darnold, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, threw for 303. Jay Ajayi had 99 yards, and Myles Gaskin had 94. That matchup was very close. Battle of two very good running backs right there. On the receiving end, Devontae Parker and Garrett Windsor were very even. Paul Richardson had a good game. So did Robbie Anderson, to be honest. Jarvis Landry caught that extra TD pass. And on the defensive end, 3 big sacks from the Jets defense, but somehow not able to pull that one out as they then go into Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Let's see how this game would go for them. As Sam Darnold on a 3rd and 2 going to throw this one to Paul Richardson, and Richardson just going to burn up the sideline, able to break a tackle there as somebody almost had a hold of his shoe, but he is able to get into the end zone for a Jets touchdown. They take the 7-0 lead. Now 3rd and 5, Darnold rolling out. He's going to throw an interception here. That's going to be Jones able to make the play on the ball. Now 2nd and goal for the Bengals from the 5-yard line. Check out this play. Diving into the end zone is Joe Mixon. He loses the football. Recovered by Azeem Victor. Look at this. Mixon diving, losing the football. Azeem Victor able to pick it up. So the Jets with the ball now with a 14-0 lead, and Garrett Windsor making moves, shaking and baking. Now a 3rd and 16 for the Jets from the 19-yard line with under 30 seconds to go, and it is Richardson making the catch plus a face mask, and then in the back of the end zone, Mark Andrews. Now later on, a 31-13 lead, and Gaskin going to add to that lead. It was a 38-13 win for the New York Jets in Cincinnati. Sam Darnold, 2 touchdowns and a pick in this one, 224 yards. Myles Gaskin, though, 122 and a touchdown. And Mixon had 90 and a touchdown, but he should have had another instead of a fumble. Paul Richardson had a great game, 124 and a touchdown to battle A.J. Green's 98 and a score. And then on the defensive end, a sack apiece for both the Jets and the Bengals, but the Jets with 2 interceptions, Bengals just with 1. So now this is how the playoff picture is looking. 6-4 going up against, that's right, the Buffalo Bills. It is another divisional matchup. So another divisional matchup here in this episode as the Jets already have a 3-0 lead, but Nathan Peterman, look at the way this man can just run down the field and pick up 20 yards. So now the Bills with a 1st and 10 from their own from the Jet 15-yard line, and that is their young running back Miller with a good run there. And then Peterman sack and a fumble, but it is recovered by the Bills. And then Gaskin on a toss later on after the Bills tie the ball game to give the Jets the lead once more. Extra point is missed, so it is a 9-3 ball game. And now Thomas with the catch over the middle is going to be able to run to the out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Now 2nd and 1, and there's Miller yet again. Miller muscling his way into the end zone, and that's a touchdown. So the Bills go up, since they know how to make their extra points. Now downfield, there is Richardson. He is going to make a big-time first down. And here's Darnold. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to throw an interception, and that is going to be brought to the house for Buffalo as they take a 17-9 lead. Later on here in the second quarter, right before the half, Jets did a very, very good job so far this season about picking up points right before the half. And here they are looking to do that again as Myles Gaskin with another good run and the face mask call there at the end of the play. Now under 10 seconds to play, it is Garrett Windsor getting it down to the 2. They'll have to take the field goal there. They take the easy one. It's 17-12. And then Gaskin diving into the end zone in the third quarter, giving their Jets their second lead of the ball game. Now it's 18-17. There's Peterman throwing it over to Miller, and Miller making plays with his legs, doing it after the catch, and then he's able to muscle his way into the end zone again. So a touchdown for him. Later on, the Bills would have scored again. It is now 31-18. Jets trying hard, though, to come back. Mark Andrews, nice TD. Makes it 31-25. And now Gaskin on a 3rd and 6 makes it 4th and inches, and he's going to go ahead and muscle his way through, pick up a first down. Now a 3rd and goal from the Bill 4, and a slant play, and it's a touchdown as the Jets able to go on top by a point. Now they have a rough task. They got to stop this man right here. Nathan Peterman running all over him as he's able to run for a good amount of yardage there. A holding call would screw over Buffalo, though, as it's now 2nd and 29. Peterman going to run again on a 2nd and 29. Now a 4th and 12. It is their final chance. Clock hits 0. Ball is launched, and it falls to the ground. Jets able to get the win by a point, despite losing this game 31-18 at one point. Darnold, not a great game for him. Same for Peterman. Both quarterbacks didn't play very well. Gaskin was able to outrun the youngin' Jaleel Miller, and that's pretty much the difference in this ball game. Gaskin was better than Miller. Even though Miller was over there scoring touchdowns, it seemed, left and right, Gaskin was way more efficient. Plus, the Jets, look at them, getting after the quarterback. So, overall, good win. And now we revisit the playoff picture, and both the Jets and the Patriots 7-4. The wild card doesn't look attainable for either of them, but now the Jets here in the last game of this episode taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens already with a 7-0 lead. And there is Darnold. He is going to roll outside the pocket and pick up a first down. Now on a 3rd and 4, he's able to get that away just before he's slammed in the face. Tariq Cohen gets it over to the 1-yard line. And, of course, Myles Gaskin going to finish that off with a power run. And the Jets tie this ball game. Now a 3rd and 21 for the Jets. Downfield, and it is intercepted by Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith, his 3rd pick of the year. 7-7 ball game, and it's Tyrod Taylor starting quarterback for the Ravens now. Joe Flacco is the backup. Tyrod Taylor tried to get in there. They would have to settle for a field goal this time. However, he would be successful in outrunning the Jet defense to pick up a touchdown. 17-7 is the score with 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. And there he is, Garrett Windsor. You know you're going to see him in every episode, don't you? Garrett Windsor making a nice play right there. Now a 3rd and 16 throwing downfield, and it is intercepted. Jimmy Smith's 2nd pick of the ball game. But the Jets had another chance here late in the ball game at 1 minute to play, and another interception thrown by Darnold. Just not able to come up big when they needed him in this one. It would be a 17-10 victory for the Baltimore Ravens. Tyrod Taylor played very well. He was 10 of 14 with a touchdown. He also ran for 39 yards and a touchdown. Tyrod Taylor very dynamic in this one in his return season to the Baltimore Ravens, the team that drafted him. Very interesting. He also has Stephon Diggs as a target. So there are players on that Baltimore Ravens team right now, and they have chips on their shoulder. So good win for them as we turn around and give a quick recap again through the season and how it's gone. This episode we go 2-2 just like last episode, so that was 4-4 plus 3-1. So yeah, we're looking 7-5 right now. We'll take on the Patriots to begin next episode. How do you guys think we're going to fare in that game? Remember, we beat them in overtime in the first meeting. What do you guys think is going to happen in the second meeting? Please drop a like for me on the video. Subscribe if you are new. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you all next time.